I know we all want this COVID thing to end, and it will. The restrictions in place now won't last forever. Smart people are figuring out how to get vaccines to everyone, but it will take a little longer. Until then, we need to recommit and finish strong. COVID won't stop spreading on its own. We have to stop spreading it. Meet with friends outside, social distance, and most of all, wear a mask. We're all in. Are you?
Some people see just another local Utah sports app. Oh, wait, what? A local Utah sports app? Introducing the new KSL Sports app, powered by KSLSports.com, Utah's only all-in local sports app, connecting you with all the action you love, the latest news, insider analysis, podcasts from the pros, and so much more. Free. Available right now, anywhere you are. Download the free KSL Sports app today from your favorite app store.
At UCCU, we do mortgages fast.
Seriously fast. Just use your phone or computer to fill out UCCU's super easy mortgage application.
You'll receive an instant pre-approval before you start shopping.
Your completed mortgage file will be underwritten by UCCU's very own in-house professionals.
Like us.
Seriously fast.
Buying or refinancing a home has never been this easy.
Seriously fast and super easy.
It's what I do.
It's what I do.
It's what we do.
We love the new apartment.
The natural light is amazing.
Hardwood floors.
There is a bit of a clogging problem.
At least Geico makes it easy to bundle our renters and car insurance.
Yeah, helping us save even more.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
Ready to go?
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app.
Right next to UVU, Wolverine Crossing is the premier award-winning student property in Orem. With renovations of nearly $5 million, Wolverine Crossing has the look and feel of luxury living, including contemporary upgrades and top-tier amenities. Wolverine Crossing supports a strong academic environment, whether you're on campus or remote, and the resident assistant program is nationally recognized, so safety and support is the top priority. Lease now, get half off your November rent. Wolverine Crossing, this is home.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the UCCU Center on the campus of Utah Valley University for tonight's Game 2 matchup between the Dixie State Trail Blazers and the hometown Utah Valley Wolverines. Again, this is a renewal of the old Hammer rivalry between these two. I-15 corridor, about 3.5, 4 hours separate these two schools. Last night, Utah Valley got the victory. Tonight, Dixie State looking to even up the series. We'll take a look at our starting lineups as you see them being announced there on TV. Starting lineups here for you for Utah Valley: Trey Woodbury, Fardaz Amack, J.J. Overton, Evan Cole, and Blaze Neild. And to switch things up here and introduce the starting lineup for the Trailblazers, I'll introduce my color partner for tonight, Kyle McDonald. Kyle, who do the Trailblazers have going out there tonight?
Brandon, they're going with guard Brock Gilbert. I'm kind of surprised at it, but getting the start tonight, Cameron Gooden at guard, Frank Stain, Jacob Nichols, Hunter Schofield. Last night it was Isaiah Pope that got the start for the Trailblazers, and so they're switching it up tonight a little bit to see if they can get a little rhythm going to start the game off.
Last night in garbage time, in about 5 minutes or so, Brock Gilbert came in and had 7 assists in 5 minutes. And so maybe Coach Judkins is seeing something that he, might like a little bit matchup-wise. But, again, this is the renewal of the old Hammer rivalry between the vicious Wolverines and the trailblazing Bison.
I like it.
That picture looks scary, man.
It's a pretty great graphic. It really is for this rivalry.
Evan Cole tipping things off alongside Hunter Schofield. Utah Valley and Evan Cole win the tip with their home whites in the green trim, and Dixie State in their road reds with the white trim on the outside. Like we mentioned, Utah Valley took the victory last night, 87-72, and we'll see how this Utah Valley team comes out here just 24 hours later. Trey Woodbury got to make a move, creates his own space and his shot, and that's a great mid-range game.
So good, Brandon. That's a lost art to pull up for a jumper like that, where most guys would like to go to the rim and normally draw an offensive foul on a play like that.
A turnover from Gooden into the hands of Woodbury. Woodbury trying to go coast to coast with it, gets the contact, and they're going to say count it. So Trey Woodbury starting things off for the Wolverines, an opportunity for the first 5 points.
It's interesting when you talked about the previous play where he can pull up for a jumper.
He heard
and
you.
then he goes straight to the hole.
Welcome to the announcer's curse, Kyle.
Oh, that's one thing, too, for Dixie State, though. Cameron Gooden has to play better on the offensive end. Last night he only had 9 points, and 2 of them were in the second half. He has to play better if the Trailblazers want to stay in this ballgame.
Trey Woodbury completes the old-school three-point play. Last night, Woodbury led all scorers with 18 points. And right behind him was Evan Cole for Utah Valley. And then Trevin Alfrey. We'll get into him later as there's an alley-oop to Schofield who puts it up and in.
I think that's what Brock Gilbert brings right there. He's able to hit an open man, find the guy, and Hunter Schofield finishes. I think that's why John Judkins has him in the starting lineup tonight, maybe to create more opportunities for his other scorers on the floor.
Woodbury, wide open three-pointer. Comes off left. Fardaz Zamak, who last night only had 13 rebounds, got to make up some ground to keep up with his average of 16 as he leads the nation in rebounds. Another three-pointer, this one from Dixie State. Rebound on cue by Fardaz Zamak.
That was quite the rebound over Hunter Schofield right there.
Fardaz Zamak trying to run the floor. Misses, and here comes Gilbert. Head on a swivel, pulls it back. Big fella puts it on the floor, drives, and 2 straight trips down the lane for Schofield.
You like Schofield's game because he can shoot it, but he can also finish at the rim like that. It's almost like he can play the stretch for that was what Tarleton State gave Utah Valley trouble with a couple weeks ago.
Fardaz Zamak doesn't want to get shown up 2 times in a row. They go right back to him, puts it up and in, and gets a rebound to pad the stats.
Get your own rebound, big man. That's all he does all the time in the paint.
7-4, Utah Valley out to a 3-point lead. Gilbert, left-handed stroke, too strong. Fardaz Zamak again gobbles the rebound in the post.
Brandon, we're not even 3 minutes into the game and he already has 3 rebounds. I mean, that's what Fardaz Zamak does so well, is rebound the basketball.
He leads the nation for a reason. There's Trey Woodbury again. Woodbury, we didn't see that in the first half of this whole season, but ever since probably about 2 weeks ago, Woodbury's mid-range game has just turned it on.
You know, the people don't realize, though, he's so good at that. Like, he doesn't show it too often, but he's so good at being able to pull up on a jumper.
Woodbury right into transition. A heat check as that one is short. Nice drive there. Missing 2 strokes.
That might be a flagrant foul right there. I hate to say that, but I've seen that call before. They had it at Seattle last night in the New Mexico State game, and then New Mexico State, California Baptist last weekend, they had a similar foul like that, but I guess they're not going to review that.
Gilbert looking for some help, goes to Schofield. Schofield, nice shake and bake move. Misses the layup. Rebounded by Fardaz Zamak after 2 of his teammates gave it to him.
Do you ever think that they see Fardaz there and they don't want to pull down the rebound for themselves?
Fardaz Zamak going to do work. Fardaz Zamak puts it up and in, and he goes down afterwards. And he's holding his right hand. He and Schofield got tangled up. He comes up.
It's always fun to see a battle of the big men and then feel the gym kind of shake when they go down on the floor.
Talk about lost art. That's a lost art in and of itself in the game of basketball is the true big man.
It's very true. It's more of a guards game right now.
And this is right on cue. It's been Fardaz Zamak and Schofield, Hunter Schofield, the whole night so far.
Well, I mean, out of the 15-point score between the two teams, they have, 17 points, excuse me. They have 13 of them. So, yeah.
Blaze Neal trying to get around Gilbert. Evan Cole in the post. Evan Cole with a nice touch off the glass.
You know, that's something I noticed last night in the first half. Utah Valley really has a size advantage, not just because they're bigger and stronger, but because they know how to, both Evan Cole and Fardaws know how to move around the hoop.
And that's a nice easy layup on the other side for Nichols. So 13-8 Utah Valley. Jamie J. Overton making his presence known early. I guess that elbow's feeling a little bit better.
It must be, because that was through traffic right there.
Hopefully the referee is wearing a cup. Utah Valley up 15-8 as we approach our first media timeout. Looking good so far for the Wolverines. Made 3 of their last 3 field goals. We'll take a quick break, pay our sponsors, and we'll be right back on the WAC Digital.
Local Utah sports app. Oh, wait, what? A local Utah sports app? Introducing the new KSL Sports app, powered by KSLSports.com. Utah's only all-in local sports app, connecting you with all the action you love. The latest news, insider analysis, podcasts from the pros, and so much more. Free. Available right now, anywhere you are. Download the free KSL Sports app today from your favorite app store.
It's 15-8, the Wolverines on top of the Trail Blazers. And 2 of those 15 coming right there for number 22, J.J. Overton.
I feel like we get one of those highlight reel dunks from him once a game at least, if not twice, because he's just so athletic and so quick with that first step that defenders can't guard it. He's unguardable at times.
These cardboard cutouts have become very used to that here at the UCCU Center. Utah Valley coming out. The hot press defense here. Very active hands. Trailblazers already in single digits. Now Gooden with 6 on the clock. Lets it fly, and that one falls through.
It's a big shot for Cameron Gooden. And like I said, he only had 7 first-half points last night, 2 second-half points tonight, or, last night as well. So that's a big shot for him to get his confidence going on the offensive end.
Blaze Neal on the perimeter behind the back. Woodbury. Woodbury step back three-pointer. Rims off right in the hands of Nichols. Cam Gooden pushing it up for Dixie State. Stain. Too strong. Fardaws Zamak outlet to Evan Cole. Oh, Evan Cole wanted it.
That's probably not the guy you want to outlet a pass to that far down the floor. But at least they take control of it.
Woodbury's calling for a big size mismatch. Now Neal splits. Cole with 10. That's a long 2. That's pretty.
I like it. The big man can take a jumper from, 15, 17 feet right there. That's a great shot.
Look at those shoes, too, he's got on.
Him and JJ. What is that, neon green? Lime green?
J.J. Overton bought the head fake. Gets his first personal foul. And a line change coming in as Gilbert and Stain step off for Dixie State. Youngblood and Mulabea check in.
I like this Andre Mulabea for Dixie State. Just a true freshman, but a really solid build. Is able to hit the outside shot. Very physical. I think he's going to have a solid career for Dixie State.
Yeah, it looks like Youngblood and Blaze Neal got tangled up on the outside. You mentioned Andre Mulabea's outside presence. Last night he was 3 of 6 from beyond the arc.
Well, and he had back-to-back three-pointers as soon as he hit the floor. So he can shoot it, and he's athletic enough to finish at the rim, too.
There's Schofield again. That man has been an assassin so far in the first half. 8 points, 4 of 5 from the floor.
Everything's running through Hunter Schofield. If Dixie State's smart, they'll keep running through him and having him touch the ball every time down the floor.
Only a 4-point lead for the Wolverines. 17-13. Little over 13 left to play in the first half. Brandon Crow, Kyle McDonald, Ben Schroeder with you. And this foul officially will be called on Andre Moulabea. It'll be his first personal.
Tim Fuller's got to be more of a presence down low for the Wolverines with this lineup on the floor. Because Evan Cole and Fardaw Zamek are both off the floor. They need Fuller to get physical, get position, and be able to create some opportunities down low so it takes pressure off the guards.
Trey Woodbury hesitates, drives, gets the contact, and loses the ball out of play. Dixie State has made 4 of their last 5 field goals offensively, only down by 4. Gooden with the head full of steam. Now Youngblood. Back to Gooden, guarded by a fresh leg Jordan Brinson. Schofield going right at Fuller. And Schofield is just getting whatever he wants tonight.
Run everything through Hunter Schofield right now because he is on fire.
10 points. Not even 10 minutes into the first half for Hunter Schofield. 17-15. Trailblazers down by 2. And Tim Fuller gets called for an illegal screen at the top of the key. Coach Mark Madsen disagrees.
Couple turnovers the last few possessions for Utah Valley. And you knew that this tonight was going to be a battle after what happened last night. It's the way it happens in these back-to-back games. So Dixie State, a little bit more energy and a little bit higher execution right now.
Dixie State split a series with Seattle, and Utah Valley split their last WAC series with Tarleton State. So definitely anything can happen on these back-to-back nights. And right now, Tim Fuller nicks the ball out of play, but Dixie State's going to have 7 seconds on the shot clock to try and get some points up here.
Good defensive pressure from the Wolverines on this possession, but not a lot of movement from Dixie State either. There was a lot of standing and not a lot of swinging back and forth, around the three-point perimeter. So we'll see what happens.
An illegal touch from a fan. I believe that was actually President Tumines. So they had to switch the ball. Part of the new protocols. Good driving. 3-2. Puts it up. And shot clock violation.
It's a good defensive possession right there for Utah Valley. Tough shot for Cameron Gooden over a much bigger Tim Fuller.
The trades are third. Jordan Brinson, Trey Woodbury, Tim Fuller, and J.J. Overton on the floor for the Wolverines. Gooden, Youngblood, Nichols, Moulabea, and Alfrey on the floor for the Trailblazers. Less than 12 to play in the first half. 17-15 Utah Valley lead. And a little bit too hot there. Trey Woodbury finds it in the corner. And last touched off of J.J. Overton. And that'll take us to our second media timeout. 2-point Utah Valley lead. We'll be right back in Orem, Utah. More WAC basketball after this.
At Intermountain Healthcare, we understand that broken arms haven't stopped. Babies continue to be born, emergencies continue to happen, and doctor visits are still needed. At Intermountain Healthcare, we've put the measures in place to safely care for you in these difficult times. So please, don't put off the care you need, especially for stroke-like symptoms, chest pain, difficulty breathing, or other urgent care. We're here for you. Visit intermountainhealthcare.org/here-for-you to learn how to get the care you need.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
Ready to go?
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app.
Introducing the new KSL Sports app, powered by KSLSports.com. Utah's only all-in local sports app, connecting you with all the action you love. Free. Download the free KSL Sports app today from your favorite app store.
Welcome back, everybody, to the UCCU Center. Tonight, Dixie State, Utah Valley going back at each other for an in-state rivalry here. If you take a look at the WAC standings, Dixie State 2-7 towards the bottom here in their first inaugural season, Division I and in the Western Athletic Conference. Utah Valley sitting in third right now at that 5-1 record behind UTRGV and Grand Canyon. And again, we do extend our thoughts and prayers to the UTRGV community, to the WAC basketball family, especially the Hill family. Tragic news this past weekend as UTRGV's head coach Lou Hill has passed away. So that program, I know some of their games have been canceled, and funeral plans have been announced for this upcoming week. So we'll see how the Vaqueros respond to that, but just know, and everybody here in the Western Athletic Conference is thinking and praying for that whole Vaquero community.
Sad day on last Sunday, Brandon. And like you said, UTRGV postponed their games this weekend against California Baptist. Very unfortunate, but, like you said, prayers go out to the Hill family and all the UTRGV community.
Trey Woodbury takes his first breather of the evening. 17-15, Utah Valley still on top by 2. A little over 11 left here in the first half. Brinson with the ball for the Wolverines at the logo. Darthard. And a foul is called against Dixie State. And Jacob Nichols is pleading with the officials here, saying, Evan Cole was holding me. I didn't do anything wrong.
And that's Nichols' second foul, Brandon, so that's going to hurt. I mean, he's one of those guys that can make a difference because he can stretch the floor, but he can also play in the post. And he's a matchup problem. So with 10:58 left here in the first half, that's a big foul right there.
Evan Cole, double team, back out to Darthur. Brinson now with it. Amack calling for it. Amack guarded by Alfrey. Amack trying to turn around and put something up. Gets the ball out. Trying to get to Evan Cole. Instead, Gooden's going to try and drive it himself. And Gooden gets gobbled up. Woo! That was nasty by Evan Cole.
What a block by Evan Cole. And he almost pulled it down to himself before he fell out of bounds. That was, what a block. But on the other side, Fardos Amack missed a slashing with Trey Darhart down the key that would have been an easy layup. Instead, trying to take it one-on-one against Trevin Alfrey. I mean, that didn't work at all.
17-15. Wolverines still on top by 2. Evan Cole, now Darthard. Overton drive, baseline. Trying to put up a circus shot, misses, gets his own rebound, misses that again. The ball tips, Mulabea. Probably a little carry or a travel. Missed call. And they're probably going to get Evan Cole with it over the back.
Wow, officials are really letting the game play. I mean, there was a couple fouls that it seemed like should have been called down here. And even on the Cameron Gooden layup attempt down here, it probably should have been a foul as well. But, I mean, they're letting them play right now, so you just got to continue to play with the flow.
Schoolyard play didn't work so well for Gooden there.
Can't do that in between Twin Towers right there.
And Trevin Alfrey was asking Fardaws Amack if he wanted to dance. Fardaws Amack said no, and the officials separated it.
I like Dixie State's physicality, and they're going to play until the officials are going to call them for any kind of foul. I mean, right now I feel like they're out. I mean, I guess the word is out physicaling Utah Valley, if that's even a word.
Jordan Brinson calling for it. 3-point ball for Brinson. Too strong.
He needs one to fall to get his confidence back up. I mean, he's been struggling offensively, but if he gets one to fall, he can light you up at any time.
Hunter Schofield is actually human. It's only his second missed shot. And Coach Mark Madsen sends in Colby Leifson as Jordan Brinson comes off wincing.
Both teams have combined to go 0 for 10, Brandon. 0 for their last 10 combined. It's not good. Need to get some offense going here.
Woodbury inlet to Amac. Amac uncharacteristically brings the ball down low, gets his own rebound again, puts it up and in. Third time's the charm.
That might have just put him over 10, Brandon, with all three, four of those offensive rebounds. Oh, he's up to 8 now. I mean, the guy's just a rebounding beast. He stays high and finishes high, and that, you know.
Young blood from the free throw line, and that snaps an offensive drought. 1 for the last 7 now are the Trailblazers. Them and Utah Valley over the last 5 minutes. 19-17, 9 minutes to play here in the first half. Youngblood is all over Trey Woodbury. Amac, bounce pass to Darthard. Darthard kicks out, Leifs in. Three-pointer's good.
A great shot by Colby Leifs and a great pass by Trey Darthard to find him in the corner.
Youngblood, nice spin move. Rebounded by Amac.
You know, as good as Utah Valley is in transition, Brandon, sometimes they overdo it and it ends up in a turnover like that.
(22-17). Utah Valley slowly expanding this lead. And Gilbert and company for Dixie State trying to chip away. Stain in low to Schofield, and that's a mismatch, and Schofield takes full advantage of it.
It's a great finish by Hunter Schofield, like you said, in the mismatch, but he still finished it because Trey Darthard got his hand on the ball, it looked like.
Hunter Schofield only had 7 total points last night, and already he's at 12. Amac goes in the key, gets fouled.
I know Hunter Schofield doesn't like that call, but when you bring your hand down and it kind of gets stuck up in the offensive player's arms, I mean, that's going to be a foul called every time.
Even monkeys get scraped up when they're swinging amongst the trees. It's par for the course when you're playing down low with the big fellas. Leifson again, another three-pointer in the corner. He is feeling it from outside. Last night he came in and made 2 quick three-pointers. Today it's the same thing.
Colby Leifson is a sharpshooter, and we saw that last night when he came in the game, and now he come in the game tonight even earlier, and he's hit 2 three-pointers immediately.
Big man to big man, and Pope, who's seen his first minutes of action, gets called for a foul on Evan Cole.
The big men can pass for Utah Valley. Watch out for those two when they can hit each other.
And under 8 media timeout with the Wolverines on top, 25-19. We'll be right back after this.
At UCCU, we do mortgages fast.
Seriously fast. Just use your phone or computer to fill out UCCU's super easy mortgage application.
You'll receive an instant pre-approval before you start shopping.
Your completed mortgage file will be underwritten by UCCU's very own in-house professionals.
Like us.
Seriously fast.
Buying or refinancing a home has never been this easy.
Seriously fast and super easy.
It's what I do.
It's what I do.
It's what we do.
Introducing the new KSL Sports app, powered by KSLSports.com, Utah's only all-in local sports app, connecting you with all the action you love. Free. Download the free KSL Sports app today from your favorite app store.
Wolverines on top, 25-19. Less than 8 to play here in the first half. Brandon Crow, Kyle McDonald, Ben Schroeder. Olivia Crow, thank you for joining us here on the WAC Digital Network on YouTube and the KSL TV streaming app.
Brandon, this is why I love these back-to-backs, because it is a totally different ball game, I feel like, from last night. Sure, it's still 7.5 minutes left in this first half, and last night around this time we saw Utah Valley go on that big 19-2 run. But I feel like Dixie State has more energy. I feel like they're playing a little bit more physical than they did last night. This is why I love these back-to-backs, because of the adjustments made so quick.
Evan Cole makes his free throw. Him and his fancy shoes.
Are those camouflage that I see out there?
There are a lot of different things, Kyle. They're camouflage and some stripes and all sorts of colors. They make them a lot cooler than they did when we were playing as a kid, that's for sure.
It was either all black or all white when we were playing.
Nice inlet pass. And Youngblood there with the finish.
Little defensive miscommunication for Utah Valley there. Lisa Youngblood getting his second basket. He didn't score a point last night either.
Trey Woodbury doing work against Gilbert. Trey Woodbury puts it up and in, showing off that strength. Now 9 points in the game for Woodbury. Pope down to Schofield. Schofield's been the man with a capital T and a capital M.
Did you see that shot that it rolled off his hand? Like he lost control of it as he was going up. And he still rolled it in. That's the kind of night it's been for Hunter Schofield.
14 points for Big 44 in red. Spin move, Trey Woodbury. Rebounded by Amack, who gets fouled in the process. And if that's going to be against Pope, which I believe it will be, that'll be his second. Fardaz Amack right now, Kyle, 6 points, already had 10 rebounds.
It's amazing. What's also amazing is how bad Utah Valley has been at the free throw line in this series.
13 for 30 last night. And Fardaz Amack is usually a better free throw shooter than that. Pope putting the shimmy on, going coast to coast there.
It's a nice move by Isaiah Pope, just going straight to the hole, and then the little Euro step to get around Fardaz Amack.
28-25, Dixie State only down by 3. Wolverines again in their home whites and the green. Dixie State in the red road unis. And a turnover by the Wolverines, only their 5th.
Brandon, if you notice, the Dixie State defenders are a little bit more up in the face of the Utah Valley, guards, and it's creating a lot of problems for them to come off those screens.
And a hard foul on the other side as Fardaz Amack comes down a little awkward.
I like what Dixie State's doing right now, attacking on the offensive end. I mean, it's what you have to do if you want to stay in a game with a team that has 2 really good big men, to be honest. You have to attack them and get them in foul trouble if you can.
Frank Stain at the charity stripe. Last night, Frank Stain finished up with 7 points, 20 minutes. Stain had all of his points, majority of them, come from the charity stripe. He was 5 for 7 and struggled last night from the floor, 1 of 6.
See, Dixie State's not letting Utah Valley guards get into what they want to get into, and it's causing problems, a lot of problems right now.
Another great turnover defensively from Dixie State. Gooden. Now here's transition with Stain. Stain, a big Stain offensively there as Utah Valley now looks up and sees themselves trailing by 2. Dixie State with their first lead, 30-28, and that'll take us to a timeout. Utah Valley's got to regroup their basketball when we get back.
Right next to UVU, Wolverine Crossing is a premier award-winning student property in Orem. With nearly $5 million in renovations, Wolverine Crossing has the look and feel of luxury living, including contemporary upgrades and top-tier amenities. Wolverine Crossing supports a strong academic environment, whether you're on campus or online, and the Resident Assistant Program is nationally recognized, keeping you safe and secure. Lease right now and get $200 off your first month's rent. Wolverine Crossing, this is home.
Dixie State with their first lead of the night, 30-28 on top of Utah Valley.
That was a great shot by Frank Stain. In rhythm, in transition, off a turnover. I mean, that's what you want if you're Dixie State.
Trailblazers on a 9-0 run over the Wolverines in the last minute 30. J.J. Overton again trying to go baseline, misses. And J.J. Overton upset, thought he got fouled.
Looked like he got hammered when he went up for that dunk, but officials didn't call it. And it looks like they're looking to see if there's a shot clock reset, but I'm not sure that's going to happen because I don't know if that dunk attempt hit the rim. It doesn't look like it on the replay, but it looks like he kind of threw it over the rim.
Woodbury now tries to get it in, does get to Leifson. Overton now with 8 on the clock, got to decide what to do. 6, 5, Overton, pull-up jumper, that one's good.
J.J. Overton and Trey Woodbury are really good at those pull-up on a dime jump shots, like really good.
Gooden now right in the Utah Valley bench with a three-pointer.
Colby Leifson got lost on defense, and Gooden took advantage of it with that corner three. That's a big shot.
Talked about how different these games back-to-back can feel. Dixie State seeing their first lead tonight, 33-30. Trey Woodbury goes behind the back. Couldn't quite finish, but Fardaz Amak is there to pick it up, put it in. Gilbert, Schofield, Pope gets by his man. Mid-range game. Absolutely gobbled up there by Trey Woodbury.
It was a great rebound by Trey Woodbury to go up high like that.
Leifson trying to thread the needle. Instead intercepted by Dixie State. Turn the ball right back over as J.J. Overton. He sees a crease. He's going to drive.
Wow, what a finish.
My gosh, how did that even go in?
I don't know. He threw that up there when he knew he was going to get contacted, and it was a teardrop.
Take another look at it. Overton braces for impact, gets it. Circus shot, no look, gets the kiss, and falls through. It's like a hot potato he just let up.
Yeah, it was almost like he underhanded throw that up, pray that it goes in, and it went in.
When you're on, you're on. Hashtag gotta be the shoes. And again, Utah Valley's free throw woes continuing.
2 for 6 now. I mean, that's just not good. But, I mean, they got the offensive board off of it, which you like to see. But still, I mean, you got to hit your free throws.
McClanahan spins and puts it up and in.
It's a nice move by Jaden McClanahan. He's a little bit quicker, a little bit stronger than Brock Gilbert.
36-33.
Well, that should be a foul.
Yeah, 4-point play. Why not? Stain is feeling it. 3 3-pointers in the last 3 minutes. And he gets a foul to boot. So we're all tied up 36 apiece. Frank Stain at the free throw line to try and finish the 4-point play when we get back.
At Intermountain Healthcare, we understand that broken arms haven't stopped. Babies continue to be born, emergencies continue to happen, and doctor visits are still needed. At Intermountain Healthcare, we've put the measures in place to safely care for you in these difficult times. So please, don't put off the care you need, especially for stroke-like symptoms, chest pain, difficulty breathing, or other urgent care. We're here for you. Visit intermountainhealthcare.org/here-for-you to learn how to get the care you need.
The latest from KSL 5 News, including breaking news as it happens, and all your favorite KSL shows, ready to watch anytime. Download the free KSL app right now. on all your favorite devices.
All tied up 36 apiece. Utah Valley and Dixie State have been going back and forth over the last 3 minutes with about 4 lead changes. Right before we went to break, Frank Stain drained a three-pointer, got fouled in the process, and he's going to be at the free throw line already with 8 points tonight. 2 of 4 from the floor, 2 of 4 from beyond the arc, and 2 of 2 at the free throw line. Well, like Frank Stain.
Like you said, Brandon, last night Frank Stain only had 7 points, so he has more points tonight in 17 minutes than he did all of last night. Cameron Gooden has 6 points. I mean, it's a better offensive game for Dixie State, and that's why they lead 37-36 right now.
3:37 left to play in the first half. Utah Valley has made their last 3 buckets on their offensive trips. 3 of them coming from that guy right there, and he makes it 4 of 4.
The guards are going to have to make shots right now because it looks like Dixie State is just putting everybody in the paint and saying somebody else is going to beat us besides Fardaws Amac.
Gooden stops, kicks it back out. All free. No good. Rebounded by Fardaws Amac. Already just 2 points away from a double-double with his 12th rebound. Amac at the elbow. Puts it on the floor. Nice in-low, big to big with the finish.
Great high-low pass from Fardaws Amac to Tim Fuller for the 200 flush.
40-37, Utah Valley on top by 3. Gooden misses the mid-range. Amac there to rebound.
That's 13 rebounds now for Fardaws Amac. That's 3 off his season average. I mean, he's gonna easily surpass that tonight, it seems like.
Tim Fuller again with the reverse this time.
Jaden McClanahan getting in the paint, being able to dish off to one of his big guys, Tim Fuller, who's able to finish. You love to see that. Penetration is a killer as a defender and as an offensive player.
Alfred wins that battle between him and Jaden McClanahan. You won't see that matchup probably again the rest of the night.
I don't know that you're going to see a 6'9" guy against a 5'10" guy. I don't even know if Jaden McClanahan's 5'10". Maybe like 5'7" or so. So, yeah, Alfred has the advantage all day long right there.
McClanahan pulls it back. Overton again with the rainbow. And they're going to call a foul on Tim Fuller when Frank Stain looked like he was trying to do a backflip on his own.
It's a little tough call because both of them are reaching for it. It looked like a jump ball where they were both going up for the tip, and I would like to assume that it seems like Tim Fuller has about 20 more pounds on Frank Stain, and that might be why Frank Stain was the one that ended up on the floor. But either way, they called a foul on Fuller, and Frank Stain goes to free throw line.
Stain, the sophomore from Inglewood, California. Pride of St. Anthony High School. And we got a technical foul being called on the strength and conditioning coach for Utah Valley.
It's not something you want to happen with 1:32 left in the first half. I'm not sure what the issue was.
Little disagreement of the call. But both coaches are going to use this opportunity to get some coaching in. So Frank Stain all alone at the charity stripe. Sinks another basket. And he's successful.
Frank Stain having himself a night right now. I mean, those are free throws, and he knocks them down. 6 for 6 from the free throw line for Frank Stain, and he gets one more here, but 6 for 6 for Dixie State at the free throw line, 2 of 6 for Utah Valley. I mean, free throws could be the difference tonight, especially in a close game that we have right now.
All free throws for Dixie State tonight. have come courtesy of Frank Stain. So they're 100% right now, 1,000%, excuse me. 6 for 6. Meanwhile, Utah Valley, on the other hand, 33%. And a sub miscommunication here. Dixie State had 6 guys on the court. Isaiah Pope was trying to sneak on. So 42-43, Dixie State with the 1-point advantage. Less than $1:30 here to play in the first half. McClanahan for the Wolverines, chucking and jiving, spinning his way to the rack, gets fouled. And Fardaws Amac comes away. All tangled up.
You like Jaden McClanahan being aggressive right there and seeing the mismatch that he has. Got to knock down the free throws now. I mean, this Utah Valley's Achilles this weekend.
McClanahan comes through. And Pope comes in for Nichols.
You know, Brandon, you think about it, there's been 86 points combined scored in the first half here. In last night's game, there was 80 combined. I feel like in the second half, it's going to be whoever can get consecutive stops, because it doesn't seem like the defenses have been very good. So who can get consecutive stops, or, you know, consistently get stops, is going to win this ball game.
McClanahan makes both free throws and puts Utah Valley now back on top, 44-43. About 73 seconds left in the first half. Pope, Alfrey, Gilbert back to Alfrey. I thought Alfrey was going to hammer that one home. He elects to go the old school layup.
It's a good pick and roll by Brock Gilbert and Trevin Alfrey. Really like that. Really like the movement in it. You know, the way that Utah Valley's defending it, it's unstoppable, really.
McClanahan hesitates, drives baseline, kicks it back. Darthur, now McClanahan. Back low to Amac. Amac trying to split the double team. Gets fouled in the process.
That'll be Trevin Alfrey's second foul as well. So that's, I mean, you got Isaiah Pope with 2, Jacob Nichols with 2, Hunter Schofield with 2, and now Trevin Alfrey with 2. So, I mean, that's a big foul with 39 seconds left to play in the first half.
So see if Fardaws Amac can exercise some demons at the charity stripe. And it just looks like he's not taking his time. Fardaws Amac was a patient free throw shooter. The last couple of games just looked like he's not comfortable at the free throw line, like he's just trying to get out of there, in and out.
Well, when you shot as a team 43% from the free throw line last night, you probably start pressing, and that's kind of what it feels like Fardaws is doing right now at the free throw line. His motion's not smooth, not taking a deep breath, and not following through to knock down the shot.
Fardaws Amac finished the night with 13 rebounds, and he has 13 rebounds right now, and we're 39 seconds away from halftime.
Well, sad thing is, if he would have knocked down both free throws, he would have had his 12th double-double of the season by halftime. But, I mean, it's just the way he pulls down rebounds, especially when everybody knows that they have to box him out and that's what he does best. He still gets his numbers. It's incredible what he's able to do in the paint. And he's only a redshirt sophomore, too.
That's the scary thing. Fardaws Amac again misses at the charity stripe. 0 for 4 tonight from the big fella. Utah Valley still down by 1, 44-45. About an 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. So Dixie State, barring a rebound for the Trail Blazers, will give the ball back to Utah Valley after this possession. Gooden, top of the key with 7. Drives, Gooden, gets the contact, goes down hard. Foul is called on Tim Fuller. And that'll be Tim Fuller's 3rd personal foul.
You like Cameron Gooden attacking there, but one thing to note, J.J. Overton doesn't need to reach when he's out here at the top guarding Cameron Gooden, which is what he did. It allowed Gooden to get to the hole and get to the free throw line here with the foul.
Gooden taking his time, getting ready to shoot these free throws. The junior from Frisco, Texas. Makes the free throw. So tonight so far, Gooden with 7 points. And last night, like we talked about earlier, Kyle, Gooden finished up with 9 points.
Well, and he only had 7 in the first half, if you remember last night.
So make that 8 here tonight.
Big free throws right there for Cameron Gooden.
Utah Valley down by 3, 44-47. Time ticking away here, 7 seconds before halftime. 5, J.J. Overton, long jumper, that one's good. Mulabea does not get the shot off in time. And last night, Dixie State finished the half on a 6-0 run, caused Utah Valley to have 5 turnovers in the last 4 minutes. And right now, Dixie State's looking up at the scoreboard. They're up 47-46 on top of the Wolverines.
There's a great first half from both teams offensively. I mean, Dixie State shot 51% and was 9 of 9 from the free throw line. That's your difference in the ballgame. Utah Valley was 4 of 10, and they shot 57% from the field. So free throws are the difference right now in this ballgame.
Halftime score, Dixie State up 47-46. We'll be back after this.
Right next to UVU, Wolverine Crossing is a premier award-winning student property in Orem. With nearly $5 million in renovations, Wolverine Crossing has the look and feel of luxury living, including contemporary upgrades and top-tier amenities. Wolverine Crossing supports a strong academic environment, whether you're on campus or online, and the resident assistant program is nationally recognized, keeping you safe and secure. Lease right now and get $200 off your first month's rent. Wolverine Crossing, this is home.
At Intermountain Healthcare, we understand that broken arms haven't stopped. Babies continue to be born, emergencies continue to happen, and doctor visits are still needed. At Intermountain Healthcare, we've put the measures in place to safely care for you in these difficult times. So please, don't put off the care you need, especially for stroke-like symptoms, chest pain, difficulty breathing, or other urgent care. We're here for you. Visit intermountainhealthcare.org/here-for-you to
I think my motivation for basketball is just the challenge that it presents. Because growing up playing basketball, I played against my older brother. He's 4 years older than me, and he'd pretty much always beat me. Then there'd be those rare moments when I'd actually beat him, and that rush that I got just kind of got me hooked on it. Just that challenge, and it taught me how to work hard, and then I would achieve my goal, and then I'd go play someone else, and they'd be even better than I was, and then I just have to keep on going. And so I think just that cycle of working hard, meeting a challenge, conquering that challenge, and just continuing on has really just got me hooked on it. Ooh, married. Best part about being married? That's a good question. I think my favorite part about being married is, I mean, when we were dating, you'd have to say goodbye at night and go home, and usually those goodbyes would last a while, and it's 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. Don't tell my parents. But you're just dragging it on, and it's nice just to not really have to say goodbye at night, and just, it's nice. It's a good time. Once basketball ends, I would like to work in the medical field. I think right now I'm kind of debating between becoming a PA or going to med school. Right now I'm leaning more towards the PA route, just less school, get out and start working. And I really like the life-work balance that a PA offers, so that's what I'm hoping to do. Fans should expect that I'll come out and I'll give my heart, lay my heart on the line every single night. And I will work hard, I'll be a good teammate, and I will do whatever it takes to help us win.
My shoe collection, I think is good, real good. I definitely spend too much money on shoes, for sure. I have about 40 pairs here, about another 40 back home, so like 80 pair of shoes. Some of the differences between UAB and Utah Valley, UAB was a good school. I like the school a lot, but I just feel like basketball-wise, I feel like it's like here, I feel like more people want to win versus at UAB. Some people just wanted to do good, and if that meant like we had to lose and they scored 30, they were fine with that. Here, I feel like the whole team just wants to win, so I really like that. Yes, I do. I want to be a sports broadcaster, mainly because I just like talking about basketball. Me and the coaches will sit there and talk, honestly, for hours arguing about basketball. And I feel like what Stephen A. does, I could do the same thing and make money off that, so that'd be cool. My biggest hero in life is the easy one. It's my mom, for sure. Just because the sacrifices she's made to help me, out. For example, my mom was real close to getting her, I think it's RN or some RN. She's a nurse, so she was really close to getting that, and that was her dream, honestly. And when I was younger, I broke my leg, and I needed extra attention, so she quit her job, came to help me stay home and help me get better, and just some of the things she's done to just for me is just incredible. It's just, she has to be my hero.
It's not always easy being the exception. They'll tell you you don't belong, that it's not your place, that it'll never fly. But here, you learn that you have a choice. You can listen to those voices, or you can leave them all speechless. But the key component there is you.
That's Friends.
Is that like Friends? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, that's a CD player. Yep.
That's a DVD player.
That's a little portable CD player.
That's a VHS, yeah.
A DVD? A VCR?
I think my parents, from a young age, my passion has been basketball, and I think they've really encouraged me to run with it. They've always supported me a lot and come to my games. They give me pointers, and they just encourage me to keep chasing my dreams of playing professional basketball. I think the weather, I mean, it'll snow like every other year, but the biggest difference between Georgia and Utah would definitely be the weather. It gets really cold out here, and back home it doesn't get so cold. And it's just dry out here. I kind of miss the humidity back home. I haven't played much ping pong with many of these guys. I don't know if anybody could take me in ping pong on this team. I played Blaze, I played Evan, I beat Evan left-handed. But I don't know if we got any secret ping pong players. Oh, Cade, one of our walk-ons served his mission in Korea, so he's probably pretty good. Drew Kamel was one of my little brother's best friends, and he died in a car accident. And so a few days later, I talked to my high school coach, and I just told him I was going to try to score 34 points. And so I got hot, and I was making a bunch of shots and stuff, and so I was able to do that in honor of him. And our whole team, we would wear like these little bands on our shoes, because he was a huge Clemson fan, so we'd wear these little Clemson bands on our shoes, and it was a cool thing for the community just to remember him. So it felt really cool. And I was really close to his family. So I think it's a great teammate and somebody that's always looking to help the people around me, build other people up, and just happy, good energy.
Hey, my name is Fardos Amak, and we're playing Two Truths and a Lie. All right, I'm 6'11", I have a size 17 foot, and I drove for the first time when I was 11 by myself on the road. The lie is that I drove on the road for the first time when I was 11.
Welcome back to the UCCU Center on the campus of Utah Valley University, where Dixie State has a 47-46 lead over their in-state rival, Utah Valley.
Yeah, Brandon, tonight Brock Gilbert started over Isaiah Pope, and I feel like it's given Dixie State a little bit more offensive firepower because he knows how to find shooters and make the right pass at the right time.
And you can see the field goal percentage, not a huge difference. The rebounds, obviously, Fardos Amak having 13 in that first half really helped Utah Valley. Utah Valley, again, one of their main Achilles heels with turnovers with 7. But that free throw percentage has just been atrocious lately, and there's really no other word for it. I mean, to me, when it comes down to it, it comes down to the mental aspect when you're at the charity stripe. And last night, 13 of 30, and right now 4 of 10.
Yeah, and that gets in your head as a basketball player. Like, you step up there and you're like, you don't have any confidence. And when you don't have confidence shooting the basketball, you're more prone to miss. And that's exactly what's going on with Utah Valley right now from the free throw line. And when you look at those stats that were just up on the screen, that's really the only one that is really the big difference in this 1-point ball game.
For Utah Valley, Evan Cole, 1 of 2. Trey Woodbury, 1 of 1. And Jade McClanahan, 2 of 2 from the charity stripe. And that's where we stand here as we are set to start this second half. Again, 47-46, Dixie State on top of Utah Valley. And this is a renewal this weekend of an old rivalry. 49 years ago is when this rivalry really set off. But the old Hammer rivalry will continue that tradition that was formed back in the junior college days for both of these two schools. Again, the vicious Wolverine.
I'm sure that you brought it up last night, but the last time these two teams met as conference opponents was March of 2003 in the Scenic West Athletic Conference championship game at Burns Arena that went into overtime with what was then the Rebels winning 78-74 over Ronnie Price and Dick Hunsaker in Utah Valley State College.
And Hunter Schofield starts the second half just like he did the first half. 14 points for Schofield in that first half, and he was absolutely blistering.
And they go right back to their bread and butter right now. I mean, this guy's on fire tonight. And then
Trey Woodbury doing the same thing.
Isn't this the way the first half started, was both guys going back and forth with buckets?
Then it became a big man battle between Schofield and Amack for a while. So we'll see how the rest of this half shakes out. Gilbert. Schofield taking a deep three-pointer. That one comes off left. Fardaws Amack, rebound number 14. Blaze Neal passes the logo for the Wolverines. In low to Evan Cole. Evan Cole going against Schofield. Evan Cole misses, gets his own rebound, puts it up, and gets a foul.
It's a big foul, big offensive rebound right there, and that's 3 on Hunter Schofield. So that's huge. We're barely a minute into the game, into the second half. So it's into the second half. Excuse me. So that's huge for Dixie State.
Oh, they switched it, and they actually called the foul on Gooden. So that was Gooden's first personal foul.
That's fortunate for the Trailblazers right there. But again, free throw shooting.
Evan Cole, second free throw made tonight. Now 6 points for the Georgian. Gilbert and Neal. Gilbert almost lost his footing. Gilbert going, kicking. Nichols making.
I like this Brock Gilbert for Dixie State. He's creating things off the dribble, off that ball screen at the top of the key, and Dixie State's knocking down those shots because they're open and they're in rhythm as well.
Evan Cole going behind the back here. 49-52, Dixie State still on top by 3. Fardaws Amack was calling for it. Last touched off of Brock Gilbert. And I don't know if the officials would have called it off of him if he didn't have that cheesy smile on his face after he turned around.
That, or maybe it was Mark Madsen right behind the official, towering figure behind the official that made the call.
Alley-oop, Evan Cole to Trey Woodbury puts it through. Usually it's the other way around.
Did you see how close that ball was to almost coming out right there? But luckily it went down. Great pass from Evan Cole to find Trey Woodbury. Brandon, it's going to come down to whoever gets a stop consistently in this game because both teams offensively are playing really well.
51-52, Dixie State's on top by 1. Gooden amongst the trees. Now Gilbert with 6 on the clock. Down low to Schofield with 4. Schofield puts it up, and it falls through.
Hunter Schofield, man, he's just putting on a clinic right now with the touch of a big man. It's amazing what he can do around the rim.
Evan Cole still has it. Fardaws Amack. Overton with a beautiful step, drive, and couldn't finish, but got the contact, and that is going to be the third on Schofield. No distinction mistake there.
There it is right there, the third foul on Hunter Schofield. But the battle between Cameron Gooden and J.J. Overton right now on both ends of the floor is really fun to watch because they're both talented, both hit shots, both are offensive leaders for their teams. But it's the defensive end that they're playing probably their best basketball of the night right
now. Overton with the free throw, now 11 points on the contest as Schofield takes a seat. And that's going to be interesting to watch, Kyle. Again, all these big guys for Dixie State, all right now with about 3 fouls each.
Well, and you got to remember, Dixie State's without their starting center, Jared Green, who suffered an injury in the second game in Seattle last weekend. So, foul trouble could become an issue here for the Trailblazers.
Gilbert drives baseline, kicks it out to Gooden. Gooden being pestered by Overton, like you said. Trying to throw it off of Amack. Amack there to keep it in play for the Wolverines. Now Overton leading the break. Evan Cole, top of the key. Blaze Neal drives, kicks across court to Trey Woodbury. Woodbury with the step back. Oh, that one, the rim did him dirty on that one.
Yeah, it was a great box out, though, by Jacob Nichols, too, on the rebound.
And another rebound from Fardaws Amac. It's clipped from behind.
It's number 15. Was that number 16 for Amac?
Rebound number 16.
Wow.
Miscommunication there between Trey Woodbury, Fardaws Amac, and J.J. Overton. And I think that foul, if that's going to go against Alfrey, that'll be Alfrey's third personal foul.
Was that an alley-oop to Jamison Overton that Fardaws just reached up and pulled down, it looked like? Either way, getting to the free throw line again. Can the Wolverines knock down free throws?
Fardaws Amac
he's short-arming it right now, Brandon. He's not getting the follow-through at the end.
No legs.
So it's not getting up over the rim.
And another miss from Fardaws Amac, who has yet to strike from the charity stripe tonight. 0 for 6 for the big fella. Gilbert slips and falls, loses his footing. Ball goes out of play. Utah Valley still trailing 53-54. Dixie State somehow holding on to this lead.
Well, again, I'm going to say it, and it's going to be the narrative of the second half. Free throws. Can Utah Valley knock down free throws?
We've seen Evan Cole make it from there before. Instead, he elects to throw it. And Fardaws Amac looking at the official. He got hit by a couple defenders. Ball still somehow falls to Gooden, who puts up a circus shot.
Wow.
And it goes through. 3-point lead now for the Trail Blazers.
It's almost like a pinball machine that ended up in Cameron Gooden's hands.
And
with the lay-in right there.
J.J. Overton a little upset. Overton trying to take out his aggression. Misses. Fardaws Amac again gets the rebound, getting mugged down below. And a hard fall as Alfrey hits the floor, and I'm not sure if that was his head or if it was his elbow, but something hit the iron pretty hard. And Alfrey comes up wincing.
Just a lot of physical play right now, Brandon. It's going to get chippy with two rivals playing at a high level.
And that will take us to a break. 56-53, Dixie State is on top.
How does Costa Vida create the ultimate sweet pork burrito? We start by following our award-winning recipe, one that calls for everything to be made fresh, from scratch every day. Like our beautifully braised pork, seasoned beans, savory sauces, and delicious cilantro lime rice. Even our tortillas are cooked to order. It's a difference you can taste. Treat yourself to the ultimate sweet pork burrito, only at Costa Vida.
Diverse weather. It takes an experienced team, passionate about putting you in the know before you go. It takes the KSL weather specialists. Weather made special.
The Trailblazers for Dixie State on top of Utah Valley 56-53 as we take a look at the Wolverines' upcoming schedule. They travel out to play New Mexico State. We say out to because we're unsure as to whether or not they're going to play in New Mexico or if they're going to play at a high school gym in Texas. Then the UTRGV matchup, that's going to be up in the air as we still try to figure out what the program is going to do the rest of the season. And then, again, that big matchup between the Wolverines and the Havocs of Grand Canyon towards the end of the season, right before the conference tournament in Las Vegas and WAC Vegas, which Kyle McDonald will be at. Again, Kyle McDonald joining me tonight, color commentary partner. Follow him online at WACHoopsDigest.com for all news WAC Hoops.
It's fun to be here tonight. I appreciate you having me be your color commentary guy. I think it's been a fun one, and it's been a fun game to watch. And like I said before the break, it's going to get chippy here. Two rivals that. And Fardaws Amac just hit a free throw, so maybe it was that timeout was good for him.
For that time, it looked like Fardaws actually took his time like he used to when he's taking his free throws. Got the shooter's touch, and so he's now 2 for 8 from the free throw line tonight. And with those 2 points, that puts him at an even 10. So there you have it, Kyle. Another walking double-double.
Number 12 for the season. been very impressive. And I think what's more impressive is how many rebounds he pulls down a night. It's not like it's 10 or 11. It's, 13, 14. Right now he has 17, so it could be another 20 rebound night.
Mulabea gets trapped. Good, solid defense here from the Wolverines. Alfrey doing well with that body in midair, puts it up and in. Strong finish. And Coach Judkins approves, and he's trying to get that Dixie State bench up and making some noises. They're on top 58-55 here in Orem.
Well, Utah Valley's switching that ball screen, which is creating the mismatch for the big guys down low. I mean, it's something that Judkins has found that's working. And, they're going to keep going to it until Utah Valley figures a way out to stop it.
Evan Cole steps into a three-pointer. That one came off right. Here comes Gooden. Gooden with the mid-range jumper. That one too strong off the back iron. 58-55. Wolverines trail by 3. Woodbury with those blonde locks flowing in the wind with this dribble. Dribbles it out of play. And Schofield will come in for Alfrey.
I know Trey Woodbury's complaining about a call, but, sometimes it's better to pull it out if you don't have numbers right there. Another turnover, and Dixie State has a chance to extend their lead.
Youngblood, Gooden, now Mulabea. Back to Gooden.
Utah Valley's gone to a bit of a zone here, Brandon.
Gooden with 6 on the clock, gives it to Mulabea with 5. Mulabea puts it up with 3. Woodbury with the rebound. Latrades Arthur off a screen. Latrades Arthur. They're going to wave it off. Say the foul came before the shot. And that foul will go against Cameron Gooden. And Colby Lason's is going to get the call from Utah Valley. And Trey Woodbury will take a breather.
This is what playing teams like Dixie State and Tarleton State force Mark Madsen to do, is have some just really different.
Nice move. Nice feed. Blaze Neal finds a cutting Latrade Arthur in between the trees.
It was just a different lineup that you don't see regularly from the Wolverines on the floor, and it's kind of what he's got here right now.
Schofield finds Youngblood, and Youngblood drains that shot. Jason Youngblood now tonight, 6 points. Youngblood making his grandpa proud. His grandpa Nate Williams played in the NBA for the New Orleans Jazz, Golden State Warriors. His aunt, Natalie Williams, was on the gold medal winning women's basketball team in the 2000 Olympics. And Youngblood gets called for the foul against J.J. Overton. Nice play from Blaze Neal. Good heady play. Brings the Wolverines within 1.
He was able to do what Cameron Gooden wasn't able to do in the first half, which was throw it off the back of
Schofield with an exclamation point.
We can't say anything bad about Hunter Schofield right there when he gets the two-handed flush off the assist by Cameron Gooden. I mean, that's a great play right there.
The Dixie State bench erupting as Hunter Schofield now with 20 points on the night. (62-59) just when Utah Valley comes within 1. Dixie State goes up. And an offensive foul down below. And Mr. Momentum has changed his address here, Kyle.
It's amazing what Dixie State's done tonight. They're like I said earlier, they are playing more physical than Utah Valley is right now, and they're taking Utah Valley out of all their half-court sets. It's been very impressive what the Trailblazers have done tonight defensively, and they've gotten consistent stops here, so we'll see if that can keep that momentum on their side or they can extend this lead here.
Blaze Neal sits as Jaden McClanahan comes in. Again, the Wolverines trail 59-62. Utah Valley won the first meeting last night, and Dixie State trying to return the favor. Trey Woodbury has the ball fall right into his hands. Jaden McClanahan finishes.
It's a great finish by Jaden McClanahan, especially when he gets pumped going up for the layup.
Youngblood. Woodbury there with the rebound.
There's 2 stops for the Wolverines. Like I said, back-to-back stops or consistent stops is what's going to win this game tonight for either team.
Darthard on the floor for Utah Valley, goes right at Schofield. Misses. Here comes Gilbert now for Dixie State. The tempo increasing for both teams. Schofield drives. Schofield puts it up. 22 points for Hunter Schofield.
Hunter Schofield is unguardable tonight. Like, literally, that was a drive from the top of the key. He gets it on the post, he scores. He can hit from the outside. I mean, he is unguardable tonight.
22 for number 44 in red. 11 of 14 from the floor. McClanahan and Utah Valley now with 8 on the clock. Woodbury off a screen with 6, with 5. Woodbury misses. Less than 11 here in regulation. Youngblood off the screen, bounce pass, Schofield. He misses.
A block by Tim Fuller right there. That's big because it looked like Fuller had an open layup right there.
McClanahan was anticipating some contact, missed the layup, and Dixie State with the 3-point lead has an opportunity to extend. Schofield going against Fuller. Mulubea for 3. Mulubea buries it.
It's a big, big shot right there for Dixie State.
The largest lead of the evening for the Trailblazers, 67-61. Utah Valley's got to regroup when we return.
I love this view.
I love it every time this commercial airs. I get to drink another Mountain Dew.
UCCU is both a credit union and a full-service mortgage company.
Which means that UCCU always provides the lowest rates and lower insurance premiums than other lenders. When your mortgage rate and insurance premium are lower, your monthly payment is also lower. It's just science. That's more money you can put into your home.
Or back into your pocket.
So if you're thinking about buying or refinancing a home, talk to us.
The credit union that's been putting people over profits for over 60 years.
It's what I do.
It's what I do.
It's what we do.
Don't adjust your television screens, folks. That is the Green Men Group, but they are getting in the Valentine's spirit. Valentine's Day's tomorrow. Guys, you still have some time. Tell your wife that you got to go and get some gas in the car. Make sure you can get her the last-minute present if you haven't done so already. And right now, Dixie State giving their fans a Valentine's gift. They're up 67-61 on top of the Wolverines midway through this second half. And Kyle, Hunter Schofield has been unstoppable tonight, and really Dixie State has just climbed on his back and had ridden them this far.
Well, John Judkins found a mismatch, or at least they figured it out, because that ball screen that Hunter Schofield sets up, I mean, it's working every time for the Trailblazers, and Hunter Schofield's been unguardable all night.
63-67. Schofield again. This time he dishes. Ball movement all over the court. And defensive intensity. Fardaws Zamak there for rebound number 18. Wolverines trail by 4. Still plenty of time. Woodbury gets harassed. And he gets sent to the free throw line.
A little bit more energy out of the timeout right now from Utah Valley. I mean, the nice setup play by Mark Madsen. And then getting the defensive stop down here, and then Trey Woodbury going to the hole.
And another timeout on the floor. Utah Valley trails their basketball when we return.
News, weather, and traffic you need to know before you go. Wake up to real stories from real people. The news specialists on KSL Today. Mornings made special.
I love this view.
I love that every time this commercial airs, I get to drink another Mountain Dew.
We have reached the points where the NCAA schedules are starting to blend together like a nice smoothie. Utah Valley women's basketball, men's soccer, as we take a look at Utah Valley's next broadcast. February 19th, women's basketball versus New Mexico State. And then the very next day, men's soccer versus Incarnate Word. Already women's soccer in full swing as well. Utah Valley women's soccer tied UTEP today in overtime.
So weird to hear men's and women's soccer being played in the spring, but that's just the way that this 2021 year has gone, and I guess we have to be grateful that they're playing too.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Utah Valley has made a couple free throws back-to-back. Trey Woodbury bringing the Wolverines back within 2, 65-67. Woodbury now with 15 points. Gooden finds a crease, dishes. Schofield misses, and they're going to call a foul.
You can kind of see that coming because Cameron Gooden got past his defender, got into the paint, and the Fardos had to come over, leaving Hunter Schofield wide open, and Blaze Neild had to foul in order to keep him from hitting the layup.
Hunter Schofield now with 23 points on the evening. Make that 24. So just 20 points away from his jersey number.
He's been very efficient too. I mean, 11 of 15 from the floor. Now 2 of 2 from the free throw line. I mean, he's been very efficient.
It's a homecoming for him from Spanish Fork. Down the road, maybe 10 minutes. Shown out in front of his family and friends. Dixie State on top 69-65. And make that 72-65, courtesy of Mulubea's three.
This Andre Mulubea, I'm telling you, Dixie State fans, you are going to love. He is going to have a stellar career in St. George. Just a true freshman, and I mean, he is an impact player right off the bench for John Judkins.
Stain coming through traffic with the ball and finishing at the rack. The largest lead of the game for Dixie State, 74-65.
You can see it, Brandon. Dixie State has a lot more energy right now than Utah Valley does. There's a lot of frustration on the face of the Utah Valley players. I mean, Dixie State playing with a lot of confidence tonight.
That's Hunter Schofield's 4th personal foul. As we take another look at it, Fardas Amac getting the ball down low, and that shoulder a little bit too much for Schofield. He goes down, referee blows the whistle. Sends Fardas Amac to the charity stripe. And that's his 3rd made free throw tonight, 3 of 9. Fardas Amac, 13 points, 18 rebounds.
But he's hit 4 straight since the timeout.
Again, he averages a little over 16 to lead the nation in rebounds. Last night he had 13. So tonight's got to make up for it. Trey Woodbury, alley-oop to J.J. Overton, a little bit too far out of the reach of J.J. Overton. 67-74, Trail Blazers on top of the Wolverines. Gilbert back to Alfrey. Now Gooden with 10. Gooden drives, gets stripped, and they're going to call a foul, I believe, on Fardaz Amak. Those are the type of plays that my dad does to me when we were playing basketball growing up. Fardaz Amak got his hand caught in the cookie jar. It'll be Dixie State basketball when we return after this.
Some people see just another local Utah sports app. Oh, wait, what? A local Utah sports app? Introducing the new KSL Sports app, powered by KSLSports.com, Utah's only all-in local sports app, connecting you with all the action you love, the latest news, insider analysis, podcasts from the pros, and so much more. Free. Available right now, anywhere you are. Download the free KSL Sports app today from your favorite app store.
At UCCU, we do mortgages fast. Seriously fast.
Just use your phone or computer to fill out UCCU's super easy mortgage application.
And buying or refinancing a home has never been this easy.
Seriously fast and super easy.
Coach Judkins and his staff smiling right now with the 74-67 lead. They know that the job is not finished until the clock hits triple zeros. But right now, so far, so good. An interesting note, Kyle, if you take a look at the stats here, Utah Valley only attempted 9 3-pointers, and they've only made 2. And they just barely made their only one that they've put up this whole second half. And on the other side, 7 of 17 for Dixie State. And when it really comes down to it, those extra 3-pointers by Dixie State is really the difference right now.
Well, it's the
that and the free throws.
The 3-pointers are the ability to pull away from a team, and that's what Dixie State has done here in the second half. I mean, Andre Moulabé, it's amazing what's happening with the 3-point ball in basketball these days.
So Gooden continuing that perfection at the charity stripe for Dixie State. 12 of 12 as a team at the free throw line, whereas Utah Valley is 13 of 22. Do the math. And you look at the lead right now, and you can come to that conclusion. Wolverines got to pick it up. Fardaz Amak. Evan Cole with the rebound. Evan Cole putting it up. Missing. Somebody's got to tip it in. Instead, Gooden comes away with the rebound for Dixie State.
Offensive rebounds that they just couldn't put back in. I mean, it's just, you got to finish those.
Wolverines are 1 for the last 7 and haven't scored in 3 minutes. Dixie State, Frank Stain taking it to the rack. Gets fouled by Evan Cole. That'll be Evan Cole's 3rd personal.
Have you noticed, Brandon, when you watch Dixie State, they're so spread out that they're able to drive like that and get to the rim and get fouled. Utah Valley, the paint is crowded right now, and they got to figure out how to get that spread going so that guys like Trey Woodbury and Jameson Overton can attack the rim.
Frank Stain now, 17 points, 9 of 9 from the free throw line. (67-78), largest lead of the night as Alfrey gobbles up Trey Woodbury. Gooden. Moulabé with the strong rebound. Moulabé driving. Euro stepping, missing. Fardaz Amak there to get the rebound. Rebound number 19. Blaze Neal in low to J.J. Overton for an easy layup.
Bucket like that's something their team who struggled offensively these last few possessions kind of needs. It's going to be up to getting stops now for Utah Valley, and Dixie State just needs to keep executing.
Another strong attack at the rim for Mulubea, who now has 8 points. 69-80. Dixie State on top of the Wolverines of Utah Valley here. 6 minutes left to play in regulation. Nice pass from Fardaws Amac to Trey Woodbury. Woodbury yelling at the referees that was a foul.
It looked like his hand got slapped when he went up for it right there, so I think he has kind of a beef, but you got to get stops now. Can't trade bucket for bucket here.
Gooden just absolutely getting obliterated by J.J. Overton, who loses out of bounds. But right before that, Gooden had his way getting right around J.J. Overton.
Well, it's the defense. There's no help on that backside, so it's easy for the Dixie State guards to attack if they fake out their defender.
71-80. Dixie State enjoying a 9-point lead over the Wolverines. Fardaws Amac leaning in the post. Mulubea on the outside with 6. Mulubea with 5. 4 loses the ball. Alford's got to put it up. And a backcourt violation, even though he made the bank.
Just so happens that his foot crossed that line, so unfortunately that half-court shot isn't going to go down.
And timeout's called. Coach Judkins wants to think things over. Utah Valley basketball. They trail by 9.
I think Judkins is calling this timeout just so he doesn't let things the momentum shift. I mean, this is a great timeout, I think, from John Judkins, because you can feel maybe there's a little bit there just to calm his guys down, say let's handle the pressure, let's finish this strong and get the W and go back to St. George with a series split.
So you just walked us through the huddle for Dixie State. Walk us through the huddle now, Kyle, for Coach Mark Matson and his staff.
Hit free throws, execute, and they can win the game because, I mean, they have the pieces in place. They just have to keep attacking, get to the free throw line, make free throws, and simply defend. Get the stops that you need. This game's not out of reach yet. I mean, there's still over 5 minutes left. Let's see what Utah Valley has in the tank here, and if Dixie State can finish off what's been an impressive night for the Trailblazers.
5 and some change left in regulation. Wolverines trailing by 9, 71-80. J.J. Overton attacks the rack, and a late foul is called. And if that's going to be against Hunter Schofield, Trevin Alfrey, and that's his 5th. His night is done.
Then you got to put in Hunter Schofield back in,
who also has
4 fouls. So this is a risky play right here. I mean, you have to do it, obviously, but I mean, this is one of those things. And if I'm the coaching staff of Utah Valley, I recognize what's going on and say attack. Like, get on attack mode right now in the paint.
J.J. Overton with that rainbow free throw. Splashing it through.
The other good thing for Utah Valley is you get points when the clock stops, especially when you're trying to come back. So
Overton misses the second. Wolverines down by 8. Dixie State basketball. 5 minutes left to play. And pressure defense, high pressure defense in the backcourt. Gets a turnover. Wolverine basketball here. And there's that momentum swing like you were talking about, Kyle.
Well, they need a bucket here. Get a bucket, cut it to 6. And here's where you go to work.
Fardaws Amac going against Schofield. Fardaws Amac misses. J.J. Overton somehow got the rebound. Puts up a circus shot, misses. Fardaws Amac bobbing all over the place. It's going to stay Utah Valley basketball.
Hunter Schofield being very careful not to foul down there in the paint, even though he's got to be the rebounder for Dixie State.
Blaze Neal to the Trey Darthard. Wolverines down by 8, 4:40 left in regulation. Woodbury drives. Fardaws Amac there with the putback. And I don't know about you, but maybe they're wanting some sort of blood sport Jean-Claude Van Damme out there, but there's a lot of contact and no whistle on that drive.
We've seen it all night, though. The officials have let the guys play. I mean, that's been kind of been their narrative of the game is they let the teams play. And you kind of like it in a rivalry game, too.
Wolverines trail by 6. Gooden trying to find a crease. Gooden stops, gets stripped momentarily by J.J. Overton. Ball on the floor. Overton gets it to Fardaw Zamak to give it to Latrey Darthard. Darthard drives, rims off. I know they're trying to take advantage of those numbers. Maybe they could have pulled that one back to get a better shot.
Especially when you're trying to come back at the under 4 minutes. Probably would have been a better idea, but if he hits the shot, we probably don't say anything.
Offensive foul in the post, chicken wing from Jacob Nichols. Dixie State has 3 turnovers in their last 2.5 minutes. Wolverines down by 6. Their basketball when we return.
See, just another local Utah sports app. Oh, wait, what? A local Utah sports app? Introducing the new KSL Sports app, powered by KSLSports.com. Utah's only all-in local sports app, connecting you with all the action you love. The latest news, insider analysis, podcasts from the pros, and so much more. Free. Available right now, anywhere you are. Download the free KSL Sports app today from your favorite app store.
.39 left in regulation. Wolverines down by 6. Their basketball. We'll take a quick look at the stats. Field goal percentage, not too crazy. Rebounds, Utah Valley winning that advantage. Turnovers about even. And those free throws, again, Utah Valley dug themselves in a hole early on, Kyle. They're trying to make up for it, but that could end up being a difference maker here down the stretch if they don't pick it up offensively.
Well, people will see that Dixie State's only 15 of 15 and Utah Valley's hit 14. Well, but Utah Valley's also missed 10. I mean, that's the big difference here.
Those 10 points puts Utah Valley up by 4. Trey Woodbury with a missed alley-oop, and coming out of a timeout like that, that's
the
play that they wanted.
Play. Yes, exactly the play they wanted, and it's just a bad pass by Trey Woodbury there.
So that's 2 offensive series where Utah Valley needed points, and they didn't come away with any. Dixie State holding their breath. Up by 6 with 3:19 left to play. Youngblood in low to Schofield. And they're going to call a blocking foul on Blaze Neild.
Again, that ball screen that Utah Valley switches, and unfortunately Blaze Neild gets stuck guarding Hunter Schofield. I mean, it's just been efficient all night for Dixie State.
Hunter Schofield is having himself a night tonight, 24 points to make that an absolute quarter, 25. .26 points from Hunter Schofield. 11 of 15 from the floor, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. And those 2 free throws have given that Dixie State bench life. And Gooden gets called for the foul, the bump from behind on Blaze Neild.
If you're Dixie State, you don't want to foul right now. I mean, Utah Valley's in a double bonus the rest of the game, and the opportunity to score points when the clock stops. It's just not what you want if you're Dixie State.
On the defensive side for Utah Valley, they got to continue to stop this Dixie State offense, who's been in a scoring drought in the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, haven't hit a field goal. I mean, Utah Valley's had their chances to get back in the ball game, and they just haven't done it right now.
Almost a steal from behind from the Trey Darthard. More high-pressure defense here, and that's not what you want to happen. Gooden, a step or 2 quicker than J.J. Overton. We've seen him get around him a couple times tonight. J.J. got him with the body there.
You know, I know guys like to hold their hands up like they didn't foul, but you got to understand your body can cause a foul too. I love it when I see players do that.
Utah Valley down by 7. 2:45 left in regulation. Dixie State trying to come away with the series split. Schofield, nice fake. Fardaws Amack with rebound number 22. And J.J. Overton falls to the floor. And it's getting ugly here.
It's getting a little chippy right now. You can see it. Both these teams want to walk out of here with a win tonight. They're rivals. They understand the importance of this game going forward in WAC play. I mean, you like to see these kind of games.
J.J. Overton has a chance to put some points up for the Wolverines. Makes the first free throw. Overton now with 16 points. And Gilbert checks in for Youngblood for Dixie State. 76-82. And Overton makes both free throws, brings the Wolverines within 5. Gooden. Cross-court pass to Stain. And Dixie State's going to try and use the clock to their advantage. Gooden. Bounce pass. Stain loses it. And it's going to stay Dixie State possession. And the referees are going to have a...
Might be a review here, Brandon, on this play.
Oh, and the referee is going to overrule Utah Valley basketball. So the Wolverines, again, Kyle, 2 of 9 from beyond the arc. It's been a long time since somebody has made that long-distance connection here.
Do you ever think that, you know, if somebody knocks down that shot, that it could open up some things? But, I mean, they haven't gotten any three-pointer attempts. What do we say? They have 2 in the second half.
And the last 3 drives offensively have been stalled like this and been at the charity stripe.
Again, Dixie State, stop fouling. Like, this is not what you want to see if you're John Judkins.
Trey Woodbury makes the free throw.
I know that Utah Valley's been poor at the free throw line, but...
And Woodbury makes both. So Woodbury now with 18 points. Wolverines down by 3. 2 minutes left in regulation. Cardboard cutouts are on their feet making noise. Stain, alley-oop. And Hunter Schofield is fouled by J.J. Overton. And that's J.J. Overton's 4th personal.
I don't think it was a horrible foul because it looked like Hunter Schofield might have an easy layup. He's going to the free throw line for a one-on-one situation here.
Schofield, who has been perfect tonight, 4 of 4, makes it 5 of 5. Hunter Schofield wants 30 points tonight, Kyle. He's already at 27.
It's just like Fardaws Amack wanting to set the program record for rebounds in a game again. I mean, it's just a wild night.
Schofield now with 28 points for Dixie State. 79-84. 5-point lead for the Trail Blazers in red. Woodbury for the Wolverines, stutter step. Kick out. Blaze Neal in front of his own bench. Misses. Latrey Darthard with the rebound. Darthard up amongst the trees. Fardaws Amack has it. Fardaws Amack puts it up and in.
Big offensive board from Fardaws Amack right there, but Utah Valley's got to get a stop.
1:25 left in regulation. Utah Valley down by 3.
Here comes that pick and roll, or maybe they're just going to go to Hunter Schofield on the block.
Gooden drives. Blaze Neal shying away, giving up an easy layup.
You love the screen by Hunter Schofield that kind of set Fardaws Amack out of help position. I mean, that's a great drive, great help, great job by Hunter Schofield with the screen. Big shot right there for Cameron Gooden.
Dixie State calls a timeout to talk things over. Schofield with 4 fouls for Dixie State. Blaze Neal with 4. And J.J. Overton with 4. One of the reasons why Blaze Neal wasn't more aggressive on that layup. But Dixie State on top of Utah Valley here by 5.
You know, you have to be impressed with Hunter Schofield. He's banging down there with Fardaws Amac with 4 fouls. He's been doing it for the last 3.5 minutes, and yet he hasn't fouled out, which is huge for Dixie State because obviously he's been huge down the stretch for the Trailblazers.
We'll see what happens with Utah Valley here out of this timeout. What type of defense Coach Judkins has up his sleeve for the Trailblazers. 70 seconds left in regulation. Wolverines down by 5. They need an offensive bucket. Darthard drives. Offensive foul called against the Trey Darthard. And that might have sealed the Wolverines' fate.
It's a huge, huge call because if Hunter Schofield gets called for it right there, that's his 5th and he's done. But big, big defensive play by Hunter Schofield, who's had an amazing night tonight for the Trailblazers.
Gooden gets the ball past the timeline. Under a minute left. Wolverines down by 5. Gilbert to Gooden. Pope on the inside. And they're going to call a foul on the floor on the Trey Darthard. That's Darthard's 2nd personal foul. And Dixie State will be at the free throw line shooting 1-1.
You have to be impressed with what Dixie's done all night. They've been on attack mode. And, I mean, I'm just sitting here kind of speechless because of what they've been able to do tonight. It's just been flawless execution, really, whether it's the pick and roll, whether it's guards going to the hole, whether it's spreading the floor or knocking down shots. And defensively, like we talked about, Utah Valley's only attempted 3 3-pointers in this second half, which, besides the free throw shooting, that's been, to me, the key in this second half is Utah Valley hasn't been able to shoot it from the outside. Even though Dixie State is daring them to by packing the paint.
I mean, there's still this time. I mean, a miracle can happen for the Wolverines, but honestly, in the end, Kyle, really, it's been mistakes for the Wolverines, and the mistakes have really done themselves dirty for the Wolverines tonight.
Well, and a perfect, what is that now? 20 for 20 night from the free throw line for Dixie State.
Right on cue.
And then Hunter Schofield basically tips it out to give the Trailblazers the offensive board. I mean, that's...
Trey Woodbury now picks the pocket. Trey Woodbury going to drive and dunk.
That was a big play. And I'm not saying that it's going to end up in Utah Valley winning this game, but Dixie State had the chance to really run out the clock right there. And now Utah Valley has some life.
We'll take a quick break and gear up for the final 30 seconds. More basketball next.
At Intermountain Healthcare, we understand that broken arms haven't stopped. Babies continue to be born, emergencies continue to happen, and doctor visits are still needed. At Intermountain Healthcare, we've put the measures in place to safely care for you in these difficult times. So please, don't put off the care you need, especially for stroke-like symptoms, chest pain, difficulty breathing, or other urgent care. We're here for you. Visit intermountainhealthcare.org/here4you to learn how to get the care you need.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
Ready to go?
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app.
Introducing the new KSL Sports app, powered by KSLSports.com. Utah's only all-in local sports app, connecting you with all the action you love. Free. Download the free KSL Sports app today from your favorite app store.
Dixie State basketball. They're on top of the Wolverines, 87-83, 32.2 seconds left, 30-second shot clock. Wolverines looking for their Reggie Miller moment. J.J. Overton coming in behind. Thought he was able to get a clean sweep out of the ball. Instead gets a foul and sends Hunter Schofield to the line, who's been absolutely abnormally fantastic tonight.
That's J.J. Overton's 5th foul.
Hunter Schofield, 28 points, 11 of 16 from the floor, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. And what a big W this would be for this Dixie State ball club. So Overton's night is done. 17 points, 4 rebounds in 35 minutes. So Hunter Schofield at the free throw line for an opportunity to get to 30 points tonight, Kyle.
What a night for Hunter Schofield. I mean, really, really impressed by the big man from Spanish Fort.
Schofield with an even 30 points tonight. The absolute MVP of this Dixie State ball club. Trey Woodbury with the three-pointer. Maybe a little bit too late, but you never know. Utah Valley only down by 3. Trying to get a steal and a stop. 20 seconds left. And you have to think, Kyle, where was that earlier?
Good question, Brandon. But let's give credit to Dixie State's defense in the second half, kind of pushing Utah Valley off the three-point line. I mean, it's just been very impressive what the Trailblazers have done. And Frank Stain can seal the deal here with a couple free throws, I think.
Stain, 9 of 9 from the charity stripe tonight. Make that 10 of 10. (91-86). Woodbury again lets this one fly. Mulabea got a lot of contact. It's going to send Trey Woodbury to the free throw line to put 3 up with 13.3 seconds. If he makes both of these, Kyle, do you miss the third one intentionally and try and get the ball back?
That's a good question. Some coaches would. I may just hit both free throws and then foul. But because even if he misses one, it's still a 2-possession game. So make it a 1-possession game here and see what happens. Actually, I forgot it was 3 free throws. Forgive me, everyone on the broadcast. This is the first time I've done a Division I basketball game. I'm a rookie, so I hope that I can have some forgiveness from the Wack Hoops Digest fans out there.
Trey Woodbury is going to make all 3. A 2-point game. Dixie State with the ball. Gilbert looking to inbound. Hands up. Gilbert calls a timeout for Dixie State. Coach Mark Madsen thought that they had the...
Did you see the referee tell them there was like 3 seconds? It felt... it had to be that 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, not like Ross in the tanning booth on Friends.
So Dixie State calls a timeout. They're up by 2, 13.3 seconds.
Wild, wild ending that we have here. shades of Seattle and Utah Valley a couple weeks ago up in Seattle. I mean, this is kind of a similar situation, and we all know what happened there in overtime for the Wolverines, but great ball game all around. I mean, Hunter Schofield with his 30 points, Fardaws Amack with his 24 rebounds, program record for a game. Trey Woodbury is up to almost 30 points right now with 27. I mean, it's just been a great game all around.
Utah Valley down 89-91. Dixie State will have to go the length of the court. And this is just me. One of my all-time pet peeves is if you do not guard the inbound. And so we'll see what happens here with Utah Valley. And it looks like there's nobody guarding the inbound.
I don't like that.
I don't like this at all.
But Mark Madsen's more of a, that's why he gets paid the big bucks. So there must have been some kind of reason for that.
You got them all frazzled in the first place by guarding the inbound. Instead, now you're just giving up free points. Sending Mulubea to the charity stripe. Mulubea tonight, 8 points in 20 minutes. This is his first time at the free throw line tonight. And he misses.
It's a big miss. I mean, Dixie State's missed 2 free throws here late. I mean, this could. Oh, that's a big miss. Tough spot for the true freshman to be in right now.
Mulubea makes it. A whistle is called.
It's a way to shoot with confidence in that second one, not let the crowd noise kind of get to you.
So this is it for the Wolverines, down by 3. Trey Woodbury with the ball. Trey Woodbury puts up a desperation shot, misses. 4 seconds on the clock. Dixie State with the rebound. And with 2 seconds left, a foul is called. And Dixie State flexing their muscles, showing their emotion. Coming into Orem and taking a potential split here, Kyle.
It's going to be a huge win for John Judkins and Dixie State. I mean, they've been really good on at least in one of the 2 games each weekend. And tonight they were even better. So, I mean, it's just fantastic what Dixie State's doing. I mean, but Hunter Schofield, if he doesn't knock down this free throw, there's still a glimmer of hope for Utah Valley.
Schofield makes the free throw, extends that lead to 4 points now for Dixie State. 31 points for Hunter Schofield. Trey Woodbury puts up a long three-pointer, and that's not going to make it. Utah Valley will lose. Dixie State on top, 93-89. And the old Hammer rivalry is split, Kyle. Utah Valley takes it night 1. Dixie State takes it from the Wolverines night 2.
It's just a fun series. I mean, you're gonna get this every year in and year out. I mean, next year hopefully we have a home and home, so we get one at the Burns Arena and we get one here in the UCCU Center. Credit to John Judkins and his staff. They made the adjustments, in less than 24 hours and got a big win tonight. Utah Valley, tough loss. And here's the thing for Utah Valley. They face the gauntlet to end the season now, going to New Mexico State next weekend, at home against a very good UTRGB team. And then they finish with, obviously, at GCU in a big series. So got to figure some things out. Either way, great game from both teams tonight. It's just a fun game.
Dixie State comes away with the victory, 93-89, again splitting this weekend series. Big win for Coach Judkins and his staff. Wolverines and Coach Mark Madsen will go back to the drawing board before they set out to face the Aggies of New Mexico State. For all of our hardworking staff and crew behind the scenes, for Ben Schroeder, Kyle, thank you for joining us. For our statistician, Olivia Crow, I'm Brandon Crow, saying so long and good night from Orem, Utah. The Wolverines fall 93-89.